Hey everyone, Stacks here, checking out the House of X #1 preview. This is the preview only, guys. I wish I was already doing the video because I'm sure, like me, you're looking forward to New Comic Book Day and to see where this storyline is going. Jonathan Hickman has us all hyped for X-Men again. And honestly, that's one of the things that's been great about this is I look forward to, it's added so much more to going and picking up your books on Wednesday. So basically for 3 months in a row now, it's been Jonathan Hickman on the top of the stack that is the first book I'm reading as soon as I pick up my pull list. And I hope he can keep this momentum going because when X-Men is done right, you can't touch it. Enough about that though. I'm going to hit these preview pages up, check them out, and then I'm going to check out the variant covers that are coming out this week with it as well. So you start with a summary page, basically saying mutants around the world are flocking to the island nation of Krakoa for safety, security, and to be a part of the first mutant society. But standing between that sacred land and the human world, the heroes of mutantdom, the X-Men. And it's featuring, in this book, you got Cyclops, Storm, Polaris, Magneto, Dr. Reyes, which is, she's a surgeon and she can produce force fields, Jean Grey, Havoc, Vulcan, Wolverine, Cable, Prestige, Rachel Summers, and Corsair. So this issue definitely seems very Summers heavy. Jumping to the action, you have the X-Men assaulting the last stronghold of Orchis on Earth. And the action looks really good. You have Storm sitting there warning everybody to be careful, because right now suicide bombers and serving the greater good, that's what conquered people do. And as suddenly her eyes get big as she notices Cyclops is sending a blast her way. And he's having to do that because one of these big purple robots has snuck up behind her. And he responds with, "I'm always careful, Storm. It's part of my charm." And they just keep making Cyclops awesome in this book, and I'm loving it. But I also love seeing these two work together again. The leader of the X-Men and the one who assumed the mantle afterward when Cyclops left back in X-Men 138. Anyways, there's some really good action shots of them fighting through these man-and machines and really discussing about how these were designed by some of the greatest minds on Earth that came together with Orchis, you know, from aim, shield, strike, sword, alpha flight, hammer, armor, hydra. If there was an acronym, they have representation here on Orchis. But as this fight starts to wind down, Storm actually comments, "I can't help but notice they're falling back instead of scattering. So they're either well trained or they're protecting something." Interesting here when Scott hops on the mic and says, "Hey, we've located their main lab. Sir, do you have a lock on our position?" Next thing you know, the doors are getting ripped off, or the wall is getting ripped open, whatever it is. But one of the guys for Orchis looks up and says, "Oh no." And I'm telling you, my prediction, go ahead and write it down. That's Magneto ripping the hinges off the place. And that's all as far as the preview pages go, but you have some really nice variants coming out. I know some people are morally against variants, but I'm really liking some of these. The first one is basically the all mutants variant. Every single mutant imaginable on a variant across all 6 of these X titles that are launching. I think they're definitely trying to capitalize on the success of the multi-cover, the connecting variants they had during House of X, Powers of X. Next, you have the Chichetto Young Guns variant featuring Magneto. It's a pretty awesome looking variant. It's just a regular price variant. Looks really good. Magneto in the white. That's the base right here that he's ripping in half, I'm assuming. The next one's the 1 in 25 Wilch Portasio variant, which I hope I said that close to right. Really good looking variant. I mean, look at that. It is awesome. But that's a 1 in 25 one, so that's going to cost you a little bit more. You have the Art Germ cover featuring Marvel Girl, which I'm sure is going to be very, very popular. And you also have another one featuring Jean Grey, and it's like the multiple Jean Greys, all the different costumes throughout the years, which is really cool. You have a Brooks, some of the stores that I guess are doing the party thing, release party, that's what it's called. I guess they're offering these books for those. I don't know the specifics on which stores are getting them and which ones aren't. And then the last one, you have this Chris Bacalo, basically the original 4 X-Men. Looks really cool. But anyways, X-Men #1 will be #1 on my read list and #1 on my review list. So make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Hit the bell for notifications to make sure when I get that review up, you can come check it out and let me know what you think, guys. I'm sure you guys are as excited to get to your LCS on Wednesday as I am. Guys, hope you have a great week. That's it. All I got. Real Comic Stacks. Out.